Hey you, it's me. And I happened to be watching Sixteenleo yesterday. And I really appreciated the video that he did on Nikocado avocado. I've had a weird viewing relationship with him. When I first was introduced to Nikocado avocado, I mean, I knew of him, but I didn't watch him until the whole Trisha Paytas thing happened, where they were arguing, and eventually they made amends, which I'm glad for. I don't even know if the beef was real or not. It seemed really real. Anyway, I was curious to get his side of the story, and he seemed very genuine. And at the time, he was living in Florida with his husband, and he did some of the most wonderful, like, heartwarming videos. He would do these mukbangs with his little brother and or brother-in-law, whatever. You could tell he genuinely loved his brother, and they were just really sweet and really nice, and he seemed very genuine, and I really liked him, and I watched him for a while, until until he went to LA, and he posted this video about how he bought a home in LA. And I was kind of excited about that, thinking, oh, maybe I'll see him, walking down the street at the grocery store or something. And I was kind of excited about that. I thought, oh, that'd be really cool. And then he made a video saying that his home burnt down. And at that point, I knew it was all, very tongue-in-cheek, very silly. And I got a little offended because I liked him so much, and I'm like, oh, what is this video? And I watched him a little bit after that, but I realized quickly that he wasn't necessarily the kind of channel I'd want to watch most of the time. I loved his genuine, kind side, but the acting, the fights with Orlin and all that, I didn't like that very much. So I just kind of stopped watching after a while. But Sixteenleo did a video about a video that Nick did recently, talking about losing his 89 pounds, which, good reference to Amber. And but he also seemed very genuine and very himself, and he just said some kind things, some real things about, how he didn't spend his money well, and I don't know, that was the Nick that I fell in love with. That was the Nick that I really liked, and it was nice not only to see that little glimmer of him there, but for Sixteenleo to address it and say, yeah, he agreed with it. He was surprised at how based, I don't know, how genuine and nice Nick seemed to be. And I think that's the real him. I do. I think that's the real him. And yes, he puts on these outrageous shows. And did it get him the views? It certainly seems like it has. And that's a good thing. I'm not, that's his thing, and he does well at it, and that's good. Like I said, it's just not content that I'd want to listen to. But it was really nice to see Nick having a genuine moment, and Sixteenleo talking about it. I really love that. I watch Sixteenleo all the time. I think he has great content. And Nick, it's nice that he kind of pulled the veil down for a moment and just talked real, I really like him when he's like that. He seems like a really nice guy. Also, I just wanted to mention that when I was watching him, he said very clearly on many occasions that he was going to eat this way for a while. And then once he turns about 30 or so, then he's going to stop. This had been his plan all along. Now, I think he prolonged it longer than he expected to. But I feel like, I don't even feel like he said this. This was his plan all along. That he would eat all this, you know, huge amounts of food, and then at the end of it, he would stop, lose the weight, and be more himself. That's something that he said that he was going to do for years. So I'm not completely surprised that he lost weight, and he looks like he's lost weight. He looks good. Not that he didn't look good before. I appreciate him at any size, but yeah, he definitely has lost weight. You can see it in his face, and I'm not surprised that he's doing it, and I know that, at least I am convinced that he will continue to do that until he gets to, hopefully not the skinny twig that he used to be, because that was lean, but he doesn't have to be that lean. But you know, a nice, reasonable, healthy weight. You know, I hope the best for him, and I'm so happy to see that side of him again. It's really nice. It's really nice because he seems like a genuinely good guy, and also I'm glad that Sixteenleo addressed that, and I think he seems like a pretty awesome, good guy too. So glad to see them both in a video together. Anyway, I just want to throw out my 2 cents on that, and that's all I got to say.